think everything should be happening. Right? I think I should be live. I actually forgot that I was meant to be, you know, going live. And I went off to do something. I actually forgot that I was meant to be, you know, going live. I can hear myself. There we go. Well, let's get onto the server. If I can find my mouse, there it is. Okay. Perfect. All right, I'm still in this position. Wow. We've got some things to be getting up to today. So essentially, what we've got to do is this tower. We've done a little bit of it already, but so we've done this floor, this floor, this floor, this floor, and we now need to do this floor essentially. So this would be about the halfway point by the time we finish this. So so we do have this to complete to get today. Can't speak, but oh well. We've got that to complete. Anyway, this is my armor trim shop, and we do need to eventually at some point get all of these armor trims stocked. But I think for now it's all good. And yeah, we got this floor that we need to do, and we need to make it to a potion floor. Because I've claimed potions, but I don't currently sell them. So yeah. So I'm trying to think, is this floor completely done? I'd say for now, I'd say it's probably best to, you know, make a rough idea of what all the floors are going to be and then go back in, completely decorate them. I'd say this is relatively decorated, but not entirely decorated. This one, also the same thing. I reckon it's a little bit bare, but it's getting there, if you know what I mean. And yeah, same with this one. I think it does need to be a little bit more decorated, but we can do that at some point very soon. So first of all, to, you know, make this floor, we do need a little bit more wood. And essentially to do that, we do need to head over to the Dark Oak Forest, because that's where we get all the wood. Although we do have a little bit of wood in here, to be fair. To be totally fair. Spawn is getting really big nowadays. Although I don't know how active people are currently because of exams that are going to be happening soon. But yeah. Actually, Big Chicken and that lot have already done. Because they did theirs a little bit early. Then everyone else isn't really done. But then as well, we've got people from the different countries that don't really have the same, you know, exams as us. They're also, quite frankly, they're not our age. They're like similar, but what? Wait, hold on. I want to have a look at this. What on earth? So this was made by Darksaw and Soap, and now Darksaw's actually changed his name to Chair. It was made by them to sell honey. I'm not kidding. This is like it's actually ridiculous for just honey. Do they need this many chests for honey? And I don't know how they've designed it a bit like a trial chamber, I suppose. But not really. I mean, why is there grass here? Is this where all the bees are? Yeah, I imagine this is where all the bees are gonna go, yeah. And then they've got a little area where they can drop down. Cube's heads is in there. Who is this killed by? Chair. So. And yeah, to be fair, I don't mind the interior of this, right? But the exterior is just a giant bee, right? Now, the thing is, let's go to the top over here. imagine this, right? Imagine that, but it was over the center of spawn. And why is there a bunch of honey down there? It was over the center of spawn. That's what they were planning on doing, right? Because they started off essentially by building a load of, see that small bee over there? I let them keep that one for now, but they started off by building a load of those small bees over spawn. Over by here, this is Lowe's creation, but over by here they wanted to make a massive sort of bee. And I'm like, hold on a second, how would a massive bee over the center of spawn like fit? Like that doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like it would work, if you know what I mean. So we kind of exiled them over to the mountain. So yeah, so that was quite funny. But I really like how Spawn this season is turning out to be. This is Battle's shop over here, and it really annoys me because for the past few seasons I've had sugarcane, right? But he's got sugarcane and he's getting sales as well, and it's so annoying. He's also got sand, he's got redstone dust, although I've claimed all redstone components, and he's also got gapples. He's got gapples, which is also really annoying because I used to sell gapples. Thing is though, he's got a massive like shop, right? It's like a, I don't know, it's got a massive shop. He's got netherite armor, he's got Bob the pillager, right? But how is he gonna find enough stuff to sell? Especially since I started, when I saw he was building this, right, I started grabbing a load of the most random resources like building blocks, and I put them in the tower, right? So that's why I've got armor trims, that's why I claim potions, that's why I've got in the general on floor 2 or floor 1, I suppose. This is the ground floor. It's really confusing, but the floor up here, right, I've got so many different stuff. I've got blackstone, I've got shulker shells, which do need to be stocked again. I've got tough, I've got wind charges, andesite, glass, oh, that needs to be stocked. I need 2 more stuff here, but I reckon I can find them. Cobwebs. I've got, you know, not just steak, but yeah, diorite, deep slate. So yeah, I just started grabbing a load of stuff, and yeah, they kind of, I don't see how they could sell much more. Anyway, I do need to get some wood, so we've got a little bit here. We need a little bit of spruce, so I think if we cut down 1 spruce tree, that should be enough, and then cut down a couple more dark oak trees. That'd be great. Alright. Not these spruce trees though, these are the small ones. Oh my god, it's actually starting to get freezing cold. Right. And I don't know if I've told people this before, right? On stream, right? My room is like, it's like, it doesn't, I don't have insulation, right? So essentially, well, I do have insulation, but it's like very poorly done, right? I've seen inside my walls before, right? Don't ask why, but I've seen inside my walls before. There is a strip of insulation, right, that's not been, you know, I don't really know how it works, but there's a strip of, you know, insulation that's kind of still in its little thing. It hasn't been, you know, deployed or something. I don't know how it really works, but there's a bit of insulation that's just laid against the wall, right? It's like the builder, because the top floor of my house, my house, right? It used to be a bungalow, so it used to be 1 floor, right? But then in, I think about 2013, the old owners of this house, because I've lived in this house now since about 2023. Anyway, about 2013, maybe a bit earlier, but they built the roof on this house to make it a little bit bigger, right? And to make it like not a bungalow anymore, right? They got the roof, and the roof is new because the actual house itself is probably about 1950s, 1960s era, right? Which is actually quite new for my town. A lot of the houses in my town are like hundreds of years old, but you know, there used to actually be a manor where I live. Not anymore. And then, so but anyway, they built the roof of the house, and it's almost as though the builders kind of gave up on the insulation. So essentially, in the winter, my room gets to, you know, below 10 degrees, sometimes close to about 5 degrees. And right now it's like I don't know, I've got temperature gauge. It's like 13 right now. Okay. But you know, kind of just sat here, you know, your hands get cold and it's just like I don't like it. So I've got this heating fan, right, which I don't really like using because it costs a lot of money. But to save me from having to either wear, you know, a coat indoors as I'm playing, right, and gloves, I do have to occasionally heat up my room. But also that means I can't ever have my door open because the heat will go out. Well, it will go out quicker because it goes out anyway because I don't have insulation. But yeah. Luckily though, the computer does, my computer heats up my room a little bit. But yeah. I think I might be alone today on the server. I think no one's really logged on. I think a lot of progress has been made though to spawn, like specifically since either the last session or last stream. I can't remember the last time I streamed. It might have been a while ago. But I think the last time I streamed as well, I was just playing PvP. I wasn't really doing much of that, the battle series stuff. So yeah, this is mine. That's mine. And that's mine. And that's it. Also, we've got a couple of returnees as well to the server. For example, we've got Sam who's returned and Sub who's returned. So it's looking quite good. It's looking quite good. Got an OG returning as well, which is quite splendid. Anyway, let's build up the floor. Well, we need to go up the floors. Also, I don't like how laggy it. I know 100 FPS isn't like, but it is feelable, if you know what I mean. Because I have a monitor that's like double that, and I don't really like it. But at spawn, it's beginning to get quite laggy. What? Okay, I'm trying to press F3 and it's coming up with other stuff. Anyway, let's go up to here. It needs to be about 10 blocks, and to be honest, is this 10? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect, okay. Right. Let's start placing the floor then. From now on, the method to sort of get up is the bubble column method. I can't really bother to make, you know, all these intricate stairs or whatever. So we're going to do that. But yeah, we just got to place the floor. That's kind of the task we've got to do. Yeah. Unless, you know, someone decides to do something funny and join. Probably not gonna happen though. Ah, it might do. Got like Big Chicken, who's currently in Germany. Because of like this school trip thing, right? Big Chicken doesn't actually go to my school. He used to in primary, and that's how we kind of met. But secondary, he doesn't go to my school. So for like over 5 years now, we haven't gone to the same school, which is weird to think about. I mean, that's kind of how I met Sam and E-Cube and that stuff, because they were friends with Chicken, and then eventually I got introduced to them. A lot of my primary school friends, I think most of them went to the school I go to though, because it's like in the same town. And I can actually walk to school, right? It's like a mile and it's uphill, but it's a bit more than a mile. It's like a mile and a bit and it's uphill, but it's not that bad. Oh no. Yeah, it's a mile from the edge of, okay. It's a bit more than a mile then, because my house is not on the side of town that my school is, even though I don't live in a particularly big town. I need more dark oak. I don't know why I got so much spruce for this one bit, and then I got like, I chopped one dark oak tree, I think. Yeah, but yeah, no, a lot of my primary school friends go to the school I go to. Actually. My school is like 3 meters away. Don't you get homeschooled now? But yeah, yeah. I think currently Badolf, Loa actually used to go to my school, but then he went to this like technical college whilst we kind of stayed. But you know, then who else goes to my school on the server? Badolf, Shaders or Dark Saw, San Axel and Agasandros, although they're quite new, so I don't know if you've really seen them in videos. They both joined this season. Who else? I'm gonna be forgetting someone. I'll probably look at the kill board in a minute and let's have a look. A lot of the older, you know, members, as in back in season 1 and 2, some of the older members that were like, some of them that aren't currently on the server anymore, they, you know, went to my school. But I've met Sam and E-Cube in real life now, right? Because it's not like they live particularly far from me. People like Sub and Kebon who live in like America and Australia and Soap and stuff, right? I've never met them in real life because yeah, it's just I don't really I've never been to either America or Australia before, or South Africa. That's where Soap lives. I've never been to either of those places. I don't know if I will be able to for a while, because it's probably going to cost quite a lot to go to, you know, those places. You could imagine. That should be enough. If that's not enough, I will be very sad. Also, it's so laggy over by here. Why is it so laggy? And I think it's because of all the heads. And whilst I really like this creation from Loa, the mini blocks here, they do add a little bit of lag to spawn. So does the kill board. Anyway, let's see who I've met in real life. So, I've met myself in real life, right? Met Big Chicken in real life, quite a lot. Sam in real life, I met E-Cube in real life, I met Badolf in real life, I met Loa in real life, I met Chair in real life. I've not met Kebon, not met Soap, met Agasandros, met Sanax, I've not met Sub, so pretty much everyone. Yeah, everyone who's British who's on the server. Oh, Loa's not British, but he lives in Britain. But he wasn't born in Britain. anyway. This should be enough. So, I think this floor... Did I make it the revision room? It's going to be quite funny. It's because so many exams are going to be happening this year. I think a grand total of about... If we're counting the whole year, maybe about 60. I wouldn't be surprised. That is crazy. 60... More than 60 hours of exams. Oh my god. Because not every... Yeah, some of the exams are like 2 hours long. Actually, what is my longest exam? Is it English? English? Maybe? Something like that. Anyway, which side was the bubble elevator? I think it was on that side, so we'll make it on this side this time. Perfect. Yes, it was. Okay. So we've got this area now. Oh, I've got a music disc. I can put that in the shop. Forgot about that. Okay. Let's put it in here. Perfect. Trying to think what else is really going on at the moment. Not much. I mean, I'm close to 1,000 stars in Bed Wars. I suppose you could say that. Although, I don't know, I've been quite demotivated to play Bed Wars recently. I've been demotivated to do quite a lot recently. But it's all fine, I suppose. Should I do like a revision stream? That'd be funny. We did a revision stream. Oh, I've got something I could say. I got invited to an SMP, but like you know, an actual, you know, where people are actually competent at PvP. Because no offense to anyone in the battle series, right? But they're not the... I don't think... Most people would agree, right? The skill gap between me and most of... Like, everyone else on the server is... Unfortunately, it's quite high. Which I don't like. That's why I've got 8 hearts, right? That is, believe it or not, why I've got 8 hearts. And I do need to give this mace away. But I just haven't run the competition for the mace yet. So... yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, I got invited to an SMP, which, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know when it starts though. I might not be very active for the first part of it because of exams, but yeah. People on it though, they look like they're British, so I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling that it might be, you know, decent. They're looking for like people who are competent in making content. So like, you have to actually submit an application to get into it. But I straight up got it. I got invited. I didn't have to submit an application. I got asked by, I don't know if it was the owner, but I got asked to join. I said, I was just on Mindmen, and they've known me, right? They know me, I think, because like, you know, I've fought them before. I was actually in one of their videos because they were like, it was like fighting the best players on the server, and to be honest, I don't think I'm that good, but you know, I'll take it. But yeah, no, I got invited. So that's gonna be interesting because I've never really played on a, like, I have before, but that's like, it's the sort of SMP that's like I've played on an SMP before that's essentially with, it's like Ukeep and Big Chicken and Sam's school SMP, right? Which, quite frankly, I don't know if I was allowed to join because I'm not part of their school, but I did sneak into it, and I did end up taking over the S&B every single time because they've done it about 5 times now, maybe a bit more. But every single time I end up taking over the S&P because, you know, my strategy in the earlier days was to pretend I was really bad at the game, pretend I had no idea what I was doing, right? And then I would like beat everyone. Oh, there's a lot of monsters up here. But anyway, I'd like beat everyone up, right? Then it was so funny. Because like I'm actually trying to think what like I want to build in this potion room. But yeah. But anyway, it was really funny because people kind of didn't really expect me to be good. Like there's people talking about, oh, I'm the best on this server. And I was like, are you really the best on this server? Well, I wasn't like, are you really the best on this server? I'm like, I'm sure you are, I'm terrible. And then I fight them and I beat them up and it'd be so funny. And then eventually I got known as Jesus. Or no, I didn't get known as Jesus, I got known as God. Because they didn't know me, right? They asked me who I was. And I couldn't say anyone from their school because I wasn't quite frankly from their school, right? So I just said I was God. Eventually I think they know potentially my name. But at this point now, I've just turned up to all these SMPs that I've just straight up been allowed in anyway. There's just like... what was I actually trying to do? I was trying to look at the potion machine. But anyway, not the potion machine, the potion place in the B. But yeah, so essentially that was quite funny. They also had like Hunger Games events, like I don't really know. They had like, I think I was part of about 3, right? And I won about 3, and essentially, first one I won because I kind of just straight up got way more, like I got way better gear than everyone else, right? And everyone, I think, because there was this drop, this gear drop that had like flipping, oh, those are probably my shulker boxes. Anyway, they had this gear drop that was pretty much, it had like a automatic firing shot, crossbow, and a, what else? It was like an enchanted netherite chestplate as well, and I ended up beating everyone up, essentially, in that first event. The second event, right? So I was teamed with Sam and Milky Toast in the first event, right? And then in the second event, I was teamed with eCube, and Sam was on the other team, right? And this was about the start of this year, like start of 2025, this second event, right? And essentially, what happened, right, is Sam got really overpowered gear. He teamed with some really overpowered people because, quite frankly, they were cheating, they were hacking, right? So they had overpowered gear, they had netherite because the cornucopia, right, it was facing one direction and then the other direction was blocked off, right? And the direction that it was facing had a full set of netherite armor and a mace staring at Sam, right? And I was on the other side so I couldn't see it. It was like a tent, right? But one side was blocked off. It was ridiculous. So it was the unfair start. Me and eCube had like iron and they had netherite, right? And then there was 3 of us. There was 3 of them and 2 of us, right? And we ran into them. They were on horses, right? We ran into them, right? Midway through the event, right? And eCube died, right? eCube got killed. And I ran away. I ended up running about 3,000 blocks, and then they eventually just decided, it's not worth it, right? Then I went back to spawn, right? And also I just realized that the brewing stand thing is like barely a brewing stand thing. I think I'm just gonna make a bar. Anyway, I ran back to spawn, right? Or where the cornucopia was. They were hanging out together, right? Thing is, one of them had fallen down one of the dripstone things because they were quite new at the time. The dripstone things in the trial chamber, right? The room. One of them fell down that and died. It was so funny. And then So there was only two of them left. It was Sam and his little henchman person, right, who was just sat there. And then I started dropping TNT minecarts on them because I made like a Skynet thing, right? I was miles in the air, right? Then, the admin kind of just sat there with me for a little bit, talking to me, because the admin definitely wanted me to win by that point. I was like the underdog. There was a couple other teams left, right? I was the underdog, but it was funny, essentially. Because I was on my own, and I was sat on top of spawn. The other team started rolling up, but then Sam and his teammate were just holding spawn, because they kind of know what the teammate... No other team could really infiltrate them. They were kind of just... there. And eventually, so I was dropping a couple of TNT minecarts on them, and eventually, because there was traps like kind of set around spawn, like pitfall traps, one of the teammates was looking up at me, right, up at me in the sky, and walking backwards, and then they fell down the trap, right? They fell down the trap. It was so funny to watch. I watched it happen. They fell down the trap and they died, right? So there's only Sam left. At that point, I got knocked off by a phantom, right? A water bucket clutch. I went right back up, and I started trying to bridge again. But as I started trying to bridge again, I couldn't bridge because the blocks, they would not really, they wouldn't place, right? Because of spawn protection. I don't know why it just happened. The spawn protection just kicked in for a second, right? And then... And so I was trying to troubleshoot with the admin because you couldn't place spawn chunks, and the border had shrunk. The border had pretty much shrunk to spawn chunks, and it was not good at that point. So the admin asked me to try and bridge. I did try and bridge, and then the block just disappeared from beneath me. And I was falling. I couldn't clutch because I couldn't place water in the spawn chunk, so I ended up dying. Right. So that was the second Hunger Games event, except for the fact that because I died of a glitch, I was able to. You know, I was able to get revived because I died because of basically trying to test something that the admin told me to do. So yeah, so I got revived, although I wasn't allowed to go back on top of my tower, so I was down on the ground alone, and basically the other teams were way more sad than me. Sam was also still there, but Sam being alone as well was also kind of in hiding, even though he had a mace and other stuff. So essentially, it was kind of a 3v1 between me and the other teams. We had a little fight for a bit. And then one of their teammates who knew me from previous servers was like, why are we fighting him? This guy's actually good at the game. Like, we can use him to get Sam out if we don't... Like, if we use him to get Sam out, then if we don't do that, essentially, they'll lose, right? So that's what I did, right? And I basically teamed up with them for a second, right? And we killed Sam. We did end up killing Sam. Even though he had a lot of god, he has a totem, he had a god apples, he had a netherite armor, he had a mace, but we ended up killing him. It was about 5v1, and then... But a couple of, like, that team ended up dying. And then I killed one of their teammates, and it was just me and this other guy left, right? And we had a 1v1 at the end, and it kind of pretty much ended with me absolutely destroying him. So that was quite funny. So that was the second Hunger Games event. So, you know, I've won both from now. And then the third one, I turned up about half an hour late because my internet, like, broke. Well, there was an actual power cut right when the event was meant to start. There was a power cut. So, essentially, I showed up a bit late. And then, one of the worst players, I'm pretty sure as well, like, they were one of the people my age's brother, so they were quite young as well, and they were just not that great at the game. Essentially picked me up from spawn and gave me some gear, right? So whilst I was late, And also there was a squad of about 6 people trying to hunt me down because I basically had just won both of like the last 2. So yeah. And essentially, and the admin also tried to kill me by spawning Ravagers on me, right? But then I killed the Ravagers because I put them in cobwebs. I killed the Ravagers because I put them in cobwebs, and they were like, what? And then essentially the other people ended up dying to mobs. The space no, I can't really. The guy, right, he essentially ended up trying to turn on me, but then I kind of 2-tapped him, and then I won that event as well. And there hasn't been one since. I don't know if there'll be one for a while because, you know, of the exams and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty fun. I don't really know what really we could be doing at the moment. I think let's do some PvP for a second. I'm probably not going to be playing it too well because, you know, I'm just not. What am I actually trying to look at tab for? I was trying to look at this. There we go. I'm really close to 5,000 wins. That is the thing. I'm second in the world now. Pretty cool. But I'm really close to 5,000 wins. So I think the best we can do now is just try and sort of get a bit closer. Should we try and get to 5,000 wins? Even though I'm not really, yeah, alright. Probably gonna not be playing that well. Also, recently my mouse pad has got like a bit, what's the word for it? It feels less smooth, you know? Feels like my mouse is harder to move across my mouse pad, so if I try and turn and it doesn't go all the way, or like try and web and I just barely even look at the ground, that's why. It's been really annoying. Oh, it's also so laggy when I'm trying to like stream. But I feel like my computer's like finally starting to get old. You know what I mean? Yeah, see what I mean? I tried to place water on that web. It's quite annoying, but oh well. I don't know if there's any way to like fix the mouse pad, if you know what I mean. Well, not well. I don't know if there's any way to like make it not be this bad. That's not that bad, but just a bit annoying. This is my first game on in like a little bit, so I don't know if I'll be playing that well. Yeah, my aim is so bad. Alright. Come here. Perfect. Alright. Actually, was I high 80s or low 80s? Because I don't know if I can be but okay, I was mid 80s. Let's see. I might get to 5,000 today. We'll see. I do feel really tired though. Bye-bye. Oh, that was quick. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Bat. Okay, this is the guy I was fighting the other game. I think he's quite, you know, I think he's kind of not that bad. Hello. Alright. I also can get tier tested again in Diamond SMP. Because I got tier tested before. Alright, and I didn't do too well. I got a high tier 4. Which isn't... Okay, I don't think it's terrible. And to be honest, I'm playing like a high tier 4 at the moment. Jesus Christ, it's so bad. But I could get higher than that. Like, much higher than that. Right? Like, when I'm playing my best, I reckon I could get like high tier 3 potentially. And when my mouse pad's not like killing itself. Or when I'm running on like 100. I'm making a lot of excuses, but yeah. Yeah, it just feels like more of a chore to turn around, you know? So I mean that, my aim was just not good. Perfect. Okay. 88. 12 more, 12 more. I know it said doing jobs on the battle series. That was the title of the stream. But I just want thinking 5,000 wins. Because I've been demotivated to do the jobs. And I'm still demotivated to do the jobs. I should have come into the stream with a plan, to be honest, of what I want to build. And it's also so much easier when there's people, like, to talk to. I'm so bad at doing things when I'm alone, right? That's why I hate revising. I hate revising for tests so much. Because I can't, like, you know, do things. I can speak, right? I can speak for ages, but I just can't. I hate, like, getting on and doing stuff. Well, maybe not. I don't, like, hate getting on and doing stuff. I hate starting it. That's why sometimes it takes me a week to edit a video. It's because I don't start it, if you know what I mean. And with YouTube in general, I've just kind of got a bit demotivated because I'm just not getting the views. But yeah, who knows? Maybe the motivation will come. Maybe it's just because I've got a lot going on anyway at the moment. And also, it's just such a bad time of year this time. I think when I was a kid, I used to think that this was a good time of year. I used to like this time of year, but I don't really like November and that stuff, or December. I mean, Christmas is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't really like the weather is so miserable. The, like, 6 hours of sunlight you do get a day is miserable. Like, it's just cloudy and grey, and then most of those days you are just in school during that. It's cold. But in the UK it's not so cold that it like snows, because snow is like, it looks good. And you get snow, well actually I don't ever get snow days because my school just, just doesn't believe in them. Quite frankly. Although that being said, I think we were allowed to get snow days now. We just couldn't get snow days before. Kinda sucks. The only school in my county once that was, not in a snow day. Should we just wait for this guy to waste all his cobwebs? There we go. I don't know why you just did that. We're just spamming cobwebs like there's water there. My goodness. So Yeah, we don't really get... We didn't get snow days. This goes a low tier 3. I think we might low-key have to lock in. It's not going well. I'm not playing the greatest today. I can beat low tier 3s though. I hate how some people like, oh my god, the water just... I hate how my mousepad does that. Bloody hell, okay. What? Ow, I just plowed into him because my mouse pad like made me turn a bit weird. Okay. Bloody hell, oh my god. This guy's actually sweating his ass off, okay. I actually can't do anything. I'm trying to speak and stream, you know. Oh my god, he's right behind me. Can we just give me... No, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm actually dead. I can't. No. Stop. Why do you, like... aggress? I hate people who do that. I think I've talked about this before. People who just rush you when you're mending. Oh. Great. Calm down. Oh my gosh. Right, time to mend again. There we go. Perfect. So we're not beating this on Jura in any way. Time to... Oh my god. He's like very, very... Yeah, I'm playing ridiculously bad at the moment, by the way. Oh my. He breaks my shield. He's like breaking my shield as fast as possible. He also webs me like perfectly. Jesus. I think I'm dead here. Yeah, that's just stupid. How much did he actually like? Bloody hell. He very, very much sweated. I have not been like beaten that hard recently. This guy's also low tier 3, but I'm low tier 3 in that game mode too. Okay, my... Oh my god, my wire... Okay, hold on. There we go. My wire keeps getting under my mouse. Oh, that was not where I was meant to throw that pot. I just got a Discord message. I didn't realize it was not on thingy. God, I'm playing so bad recently. Ever since I started revising for mobs, I swear. Right. Well, this guy's not terrible, but he's actually good because he's low tier 3 in SMP, so he can't be bad at Diamond SMP. They're kind of both, you know, contradict. Well, not contradict. They kind of just both complement each other. That's the word for it. Great. Yep. All right. God, I'm playing so bad. Okay, you need some end. Oh my goodness. That's why I should have just stick to playing on the battle series, because I am playing so ridiculously terrible at the moment. It's not even funny. Okay. I can... No. I can... What is that? What am I doing? I can't, like, I want to get to 5,000 wins, but I just can't play good for the life of me. Jeez. Imagine I got tier tested like this. That's actually kind of how it happened last time. I tried to get tier tested when I was playing bad because there was 5 testers in the queue or something. So I was like, oh, I'm going to take my chances here. Because I hadn't been tested and I was just playing badly. Feel like I'm dead. Again. What? Oh my god, I hate people who try and drain like that. And to be fair, I hate people who just drain in general. What is this? I'm so bad. Could not like hit him for the life of me, pretty much. Okay. I'm not gonna pearl into him because I'm not an absolute bomb bum. Okay. Oh, that was my last pearl. I actually didn't realize that. Oh my gosh. What was I even putting my... Oh, it's just there. Don't even know. Right. Nah, I'm dead because yeah. What is that? I just had nothing. Did I get a Discord message from? Is the Diamond Destiny queue open? It is. I'm not getting tested because that would I would probably be like low tier 4 with the way I'm playing currently. My goodness me. Okay, high tier 4. This guy should be my level, but watch me get absolute cooked because I'm not playing good. I hate British people. What? How dare he? How dare this person? What? He's drained me? Oh my god. And now I'm on 2 hearts because I just like... just one mistake at the moment for some reason. Oh my god, the server's lagging itself out. That's another thing. Any bit of lag nerfs me so badly. And that's what happened during my tier test. So that low tier 3 can't have been low tier 3 if this is a high tier 4. Because I'm kind of beating this guy up, if I'm being totally honest. Although I do think I'm playing a little bit better against him. Maybe because I wasn't crashing out. That does usually contribute to something. Although I've never ever rage quit before, ever. Believe it or not. This guy is looking like he needs some mend, I reckon. I reckon I'll mend in a second. Yeah, there we go. Do I mend as well? I mean, I don't need to, but I may as well. Because I feel like people would push me when I mend normally. So, let's do that. I might go to walk after the stream, but guys, how do we feel about that? You know, going to walk after this stream after I hit 5,000 wins. I would change the title of the stream to now trying to hit 5,000 wins, but can't be asked. So if you do click on the stream and you're not getting what you thought you got, that would be why. Okay, I'm getting close to passing away. Not to worry though. Whoa. I'm so bad at paying attention to where my health is. A way people will beat me easy is if they are either straight up better than me or if they quick drop me because I'm trying to go in and I have no idea what my health is because I'm not paying attention. For instance here, look at my saturation. I could have been like a 3 crit and I was dead then. Alright, well, GG. Yeah, that's at least, you know, because that guy was high tier 4 and I kind of cooked him, not gonna lie. So at least that's kind of rebuilt my ego after that very, very devastating loss against that low tier 3 because that wasn't very nice. That was really bad. And then the other one after that. So I kind of want to fight another like tier 3. Come on, I just need to get to 5,000 wins. We can have the screenshot, and then we can end stream. These are the jobs that we're doing today, guys. There we go. I've got a little bit warmed up now, I think. Just no one look at that one game. What the hell? That was a bit weird. Okay, perfect. Then we gotta fight this guy, Sparta 3-3 guy person. Come here. Boom, 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 boom. He'll be over by here. Perfect. Okay. Wooden W. He just tried to fruit bridge. And failed. Oh, you're fighting me now, buddy. No bridging. You do love British people? Oh my god. What is it with British people in this chat today? Do you love British people? Here's a stream. I don't like you know, linking streams or something. Or linking streams. I don't like advertising myself. You know, some people do it a lot. And some people will like get viewers from it, but I just don't like it. I know, you know, works, but I don't like it. Whoa, I just couldn't break his shield then. Bye. Actually, how close are we to 1,000? 7. Okay. What? Why are we on this side? Oh my. This guy is quite a passive guy. Plays quite passive. See. I think my playstyle's got a bit more aggressive as of recent. I used to play really passive. That felt good. That's like a hint of my prime coming back, that was. What am I talking about? I'm entering my prime. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting worse. I just think I think it's a roller coaster, and as of right now I'm on the dip, you know? I'm low down. But I think the overall trend is it's going up, you know, my skill. There we go, GG. And because I'm playing badly today, luckily, we haven't actually had anyone ask me to train them. Why is there a tournament in parkour? It's crazy. Should we ask to duel the streamer? We could do that. Oh my gosh. I messed up the aiming thing. Oh, he's taking my water. Great. To be honest, I don't think we're going to need a totem against this guy, so we'll just put a water bucket there. Even though I'm not the greatest at draining. Oh, will we even need it? Nope. That guy might well have ghost totem though, to be fair. That did look like it was a ghost totem. Who are we fighting? Elite MC. Oh god. Why is this guy like... He's able to strafe very easily considering I'm comboing him. What? There we go. Perfect. Oh, how close are we? Oh, we'll just fight this guy. I don't think that was 7. I want to like get the screenshot on exactly 1,000 though. So I don't really want to go over. Not 1,000. I'm not on 1,000 wins. I'm on 5,000. Oh my god. Just going into a corner. Is that a good idea? You tell me. Is it time for another commentary video soon, do you reckon? Maybe. This guy doesn't look like he wants to waste all of his cobwebs. Oh, he's not taking nicely to those axe crits. Oh, I'm dead. Those guys. I think it's 2 hearts per crit. I don't think I can be killed with a crit with 2.5 hearts. So I need to keep control of my health. That's the thing. I've been playing more aggressive, but my health, I haven't been looking at it as well. Why is this guy on fire? Ow. Gosh. I'm here. Such a shame. I'm actually sad I threw that low tier 3 fight because I wanted someone skillful to fight so I could sort of, you know, but it was a shame I threw it. So I think I'm playing much better now than I was then in that fight. Yes, this guy is clearly not as good, but still, I reckon I would have put up a better chance if I was playing like what I am now. That's the thing, I just get either, I don't know if it's nerves or like, I don't know. Well, that guy was very good. I've beaten low tier 3s many times before. The only times I haven't really beaten low tier 3s of recent is that. And also when I was fighting my tier tester. I just broke this guy's helmet. Although I do feel bad because it was mending, but didn't take any armor off, so it's fine. Doesn't entirely go against my rules. That being said, I don't really need to mend considering his helmet is broken. Oh, he's taking all of his stuff off. Do you want to put your clothes back on? Because I'm right here. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, and I am going to start gritting you out. And if you ask me to train you, I'm also going to start kicking you, gritting you out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, is he gonna move? Is he here? Hello? If he dies, I'm giving him the chance. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, well, that was weird. That was really weird. Oh, why a high ping player? Oh god, he's a low tier 5. I'm gonna lose. What region is he in? Watch him like be an absolute sweat and like beat the hell out of me. That being said, it doesn't look like he's about to do that, so we're all good. Hello. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm here now. Yeah. Yeah, no, that guy was definitely low tier 5. He started spamming cobs because he low tier 4. Alright, does this mean the next fight's a low tier 3? We're following the trend. Oh my god. That being said, this might be the... I'll check after this fight how much I'm on. I must be getting very close. If not already there. And I really don't want to miss it. Well, I just kind of ran on autopilot. Oh, French fry. God, I'm so bad at disabling shields. Guess it's my 1.8 roots, but... You know. Ah, nearly. I'm trying to... Oh my god, I can't shield disable this guy. Weird. Very weird indeed. Oh, this guy's wasting all of his pearls. Why is he going up here? Mend? What could he possibly be doing? Bye. Yeah, pearl away, bitch. Oh my god. What is he doing? Oh! Oh! What? Ah, flip. Hmm. can't get up there again. Don't have enough. I've wasted all my pearls. Oh, he's going up again. Hate people who do this. Such a time waster. Oh my god. Okay, well. How close are we to 5,000? Oh, one more. Alright. GG. And this guy should be low tier 3. But I don't think he is because I think I recognize him. As in, I think I fought this guy many times before. Well, not many times, but I think I fought this guy before. He's alright, I think, from what I remember. I just pulled into the ground. I just did he drain me or did I drain him? Well, 5,000 wins. GG's. Second ever player to hit 5,000 wins. Wow. Look at me go. Alright, let's read the Discord message that we got. W. Okay, so I'm gonna end up the stream because I quite frankly I'm getting kind of bored. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed. I don't know how many viewers I've had this entire stream because I haven't got any chat messages throughout this entire stream pretty much, except for the start. And also I just can't see my viewer count because, you know, it just gets demotivated if I'm like 2. Anyway, I'll see you next time. So.